This year's results and performance report links the global development context with the World Bank Group's operational results as captured in recent IEG evaluations. It also sketches out several areas where the World Bank Group can pursue further to improve its operational effectiveness. An important contribution that the World Bank has done in recent years is that it responded to the global economic crises in 2008 and 2009 with volume and then also with speed. Bank commitments reached an annual level of close to $50 billion a year between fiscal year 2009 and 2011. Compare that to the $24 billion level in the preceding 3 years. It is a substantial increase. But as a consequence of this rapid and large-scale response, World Bank's capital headroom is more constrained, which virtually precluding the World Bank from undertaking similar expansion in lending to respond to similar crises in the near future. Also, the country program is an important vehicle for the World Bank Group to address country-specific issues. We think that the realism and then also the quality of results frameworks could be further strengthened. Lastly, the outcome ratings of World Bank-funded investment projects seems to be declining. The report also detects the challenges associated with increasing complexity and then also the political and institutional context of these bank operations.
Well, for the private sector arms of the World Bank Group, this is IFC and MIGA, we're finding that results for IFC investments have actually remained stable overall, although they were implemented and evaluated during the period of the global financial crisis. For projects implemented in the poorest countries, though, we've seen a decline in performance over this period. And this is due to several factors. One, the higher risk profile of these countries, but also issues related to IFC's work quality that could be improved, such as assessing properly sponsor capacity in implementing projects, or correctly estimating project viability and growth perspectives. For IFC, we've additionally noted that there's been a shift from long-term finance to short-term finance products, mainly for trade finance. And this has some implications for the sustainability of IFC's long-term portfolio, as well as for the way it measures and tracks development impact. As far as MIGA is concerned, we've seen a shift in the portfolio towards more diversification by region and sector. IFC and MIGA both have used increasingly wholesaling, which is to support companies through financial intermediaries such as banks. And this is positive in the sense that you can reach far more clients by providing support through a bank. On the other hand, it does make it a lot more difficult to track and assess development impact on the end beneficiaries of such support. Finally, with respect to MIGA, what we found is that projects with strong development outcomes were typically related to products and services not available in local markets, implemented by sponsors with high capacity and experience, and projects that showed high efficiency and productivity.
The report points out several areas for further attention by the World Bank Group management. First, paying closer attention to the quality of preparation and implementation support could have high payoff. Evaluations have shown that making adjustments early on in implementation phase is more effective, which makes the quality of monitoring and evaluation very pertinent to the issue. Second, under continuing volatility and uncertainty in the global economy, it is prudent for the World Bank Group to strengthen its crisis preparedness. Conducting a regular analysis of stress factors and then also establishing a framework of country-specific response nested within the global crisis response strategy would be important. Third, the bank group has to know the binding constraints of development in specific countries. For that, it needs to engage in sustained dialogue with the diverse stakeholders as well as undertake high-level analytical work. Fourth, deepening and broadening the collaboration and partnership across the World Bank Group would be important in confronting cross-cutting development challenges that are emerging in recent time.
For IFC, it'll be important to carefully manage the shift towards short-term finance products, both with respect to the sustainability of its long-term portfolio, as well as for the development impact of these new types of products. For MIGA, I think it needs to seize the opportunities created by the changes in its mandate. And this would involve things like strengthening systems for underwriting, for risk management, and for business development in these new types of products. IFC and MIGA both have in recent years strengthened their focus on results. And I think the example of IFC trying to link staff awards, staff incentives to the actual achievement of strategic priorities is an interesting one that could inform similar initiatives across the World Bank Group.
Ultimately, what ties these various aspects together is the institutional focus on results. Capturing results and learning from them is an important factor in enhancing results orientation. The World Bank Group has made important steps in this direction with the World Bank's corporate scorecard, IFC's development goals, and MIGA's self-evaluation system. Going forward, continued and sustained message from the senior management of the World Bank Group would be critical for sustaining the right incentives.